Hello again, everyone. Melth here, with more of my Baldur's Gate 3 challenge run. This time tackling a secret fight only available in Moonrise Towers at the end of Act 2, which most people probably miss. It's a pretty fun one as well, I would say. As usual, details of my challenge run are in the YouTube video description, and watch out for spoilers throughout this run.
Bad as it could have.
Alright, so we've just finished freeing Aelin, who flew off without noticing this giant bubble of light over there. Let's head over to the giant bubble of light ourselves and talk to people with various new conversations that have become unlocked now. Easily missable. Then we'll head to Moonrise Towers after that.
What's happening out there? Who was that streaking across the sky?
This should be a great conversation, but it's just kind of not. You're not allowed to talk with her about anything useful. You can't share information about Aelin. You can't get her to tell the truth about herself.
Her breath.
This really should be insight rather than perception, shouldn't it?
It is a barely perceptible shudder run through her body.
An unfortunate coincidence.
This is a ludicrous lie at this point. We've been through her bedroom in Moonrise Towers. We found like her journals, her father's journals, her mother's journals. We know all about how it all fits together. We know the whole story. But she still tells this transparent lie. We even have her journal on her nightstand indicating she came back from the dead. It's just absurd. Now, maybe Baldur was too busy rolling his eyes during Aelin's long transformation sequence to notice that she said the night song is no more, but I guess we'll just have to give this fake name for her.
An immortal. But it couldn't possibly be.
Who else could it be?
What matters is you have him in a corner.
This matters very much, but we can't get the information out of her, and so we can't communicate it to Aelin, who will then make blunder after blunder as a result.
You there. End this. Now. We're all counting on you.
Anyway, I do really appreciate that if you come here to the end of this point, pretty much everyone has some new unique line to say, showing their personality, commenting on the situation, and so forth. Most players probably don't come here after free Aelin. They probably go directly to Moonrise Towers because the game kind of tells you to hurry there. But if you do come here, lots of unique dialogue to find. I just appreciate the work they put into that.
Found us an angel. Sounds to me like salvation. Don't you think?
I don't like the sky. It's too big, too empty. Whatever made that light isn't our friend. No chance.
These Iron Hand gnomes are all pretty suspicious of things, it seems. Is that the guy who loves rocks and can talk to them or whatever? Maybe he just dislikes the sky in general principle for not being a rock or something. I know one of the Iron Hand gnomes is kind of like that. I guess we haven't talked with Art Kulla since freeing Thaniel. Might as well do that.
Any word on Thaniel? Is he alright? Is he safe? He is? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I haven't been able to...
You haven't been able to sleep. You were sleeping insensibly no matter what we did to try to wake you. That might be why you can't rest again now.
When I couldn't.
Alright. Well, lots more fun conversations around here. I'll just do a one or two more of those, then head out, I think. We can't convince Roland and the others to come with us. That'd be interesting if you could. They're often said to be good fighters or whatever, and Roland is some kind of magical prodigy, although he never shows anything to back that up. Alright, let's head over to Moonrise Towers. So, Aelin has, like a pigeon, as he flew by, kind of marred this path with some holy fire that will burn us with radiant damage as we walk by. My summons are not bright enough to avoid it, so I'm going to just purge it with regular old fire, because you can only have one surface on a pixel in this game at a time. This kind of thing is one of the many reasons that I find Aelin to be the biggest liability your team faces. This fire tends to damage the Harpers more than the enemy if you're having a battle here, among other things. Alright, once that fire burns down, the bridge will then be safe. So, we killed every Moonrise Tower person, and therefore the Harpers all live. But in character, probably Aelin led a bunch of them to their deaths, which is what will normally happen. So, we were probably walking over a bunch of Harper corpses here when we could have handled things on our own. Tally looting dead over here. Is that the steam from the acid burned corpse, like, rising up past her face? No wonder she thinks this is awful work.
Fighting's not done yet.
Anyway, secret battle coming up. If we go down to the basement, a huge group of enemies will spawn in out of nowhere, basically, which can only be fought if you go there right now. I did check, by the way, and test things, and you cannot fight these guys along with the jailer and other prison guards, basically. If the jailer is alive, the jailer will be in the throne room instead, and if the prison guards are alive, they'll either be just actually dead by the time you get there, out on the bridge or whatever, or they'll be scattered in among the other people in the main room. So no way to have a tougher fight than this in here. But this is plenty of guys to make for a great battle. We have first of all this mob of necromants all buffed with Armor of Agathis, and then there's this Death Shepherd. We haven't seen one of those in a while. This is a fun chance to get one for yourself if you have an Oathbreaker at this point, because, like, in Act 1, it was implausible you'd have an Oathbreaker Paladin higher level than the Death Shepherds when you fought them. Like, not impossible, but you'd have to engineer a weird run to get to them, like, that late in the game. Now you could get one for yourself and get their Undead Warder aura, which is pretty fun. I mean, we have a hat that does that too, but you know what I mean. Lets you revive your other undead too. And then way in the back are the ringleaders, of course, these necromancers, who just have terrible names. Ducky? Willix Jindleby? I guess society probably rejected them for having terrible names and had no choice but to turn to Merkel. We'll put them out of their misery now.
Bye forever, pal.
Let us get that little elemental out of the way.
Ready for another round?
I'd like to do a lightning bolt to blast all of these guys. Do I want to spend a level 3 spell slot on that? I could. I mean, we're getting near the end of the game. I thought I had... is there not like a pixel that hits that guy and that guy? I'll use a lightning bolt scroll for this, just in case I want to use one of my spell slots later. I do have plenty of scrolls of lightning bolt. There we go. Nice. Alright. I could have, thrown a water bottle at that guy for a bit more damage, but he was going to have it anyway. I feel like this is still a decent outcome. Speaking of decent outcomes, can we like fireball a bunch of them there? Would that work? Maybe after setting them up with a void bolt, but not right now, it appears. Well, what we do want to do next, I think, is get our main people buffed up with with haste. So they can run to the necromancers in the back. The necros are tougher than they look because they all have shield. So unless you can cast silence on them, which is worth it if you can, they have 5 more AC than it looks like, so that will make 20 AC, which is not nothing, certainly.
On your command.
So I might even have Karlak use a bless on, let's go with you, and probably one of the elementals would be more important than Minthara right now. Okay. So I want to take this guy down and then have Ballista run on through to the back, as he can have high accuracy attacks to blast down these Mistresses of Souls, and I'm starting to want to do that too, I think. But can he shoot one of these guys down first, maybe? One perhaps not an Undead Ward aura? Yeah, you're in it. You're not, though. Alright. Bye.
Over here.
Might not need all that movement, so I'll stop short.
Well, so much for peace.
Undead Ward aura does make you resistant to most damage types, so it might be smart to use some of my force damage on you instead. That should be an easy kill if I hit with all 3. Got a critical miss. Okay.
Best be on my way.
Well, I need to get a kill then for my Bloodlust elixir. So I think I'd better set up one of them for Ballista. Sure, we'll take that sneak attack. That's a good setup for Bolus. This should be almost guaranteed.
Done.
Alright, that gives us our extra 1, 2, 3. They're getting incredibly lucky here.
Let's spill some blood.
Well, I don't need Sharpshooter to take you down, I don't think. 95% is pretty good. Can use it against you. There we go. Alright, you've got force damage. No, you don't actually anymore. Oh, you're down to 1 attack. This guy should be your next priority, though. And that makes all the other ones vulnerable, or yeah, at least neutral. I think the next order of business is going to be to purge Armor of Agathis off as many of them as possible, so that we can then melee them without fear of reprisals. I could just fireball 3 of them, that'd be decent. Or throw a smoke powder bomb or shoot a smoke powder arrow. Let's go for that. Oh, you still have your Bow of Awareness. I need to remember to switch up people's items after this. Well, the Wood does bludgeoning damage, and therefore is super effective against them now that they are no longer retaliating against melee attacks. Get another way in which melee is bad in this game. How many critical misses is that in this fight? Crazy. It's like having karmic dice on or something.
My victims await.
Well, a 2 HP bird could be... actually I've got an idea. Yeah, I could kill them with like the 2 HP bird, or a spike growth could hit 4 of them at once, right? That might be even better. That'll also guarantee kill off the 2 HP guy. Only got 3. Still not bad. Then we turn off the spike growth, and we got some mostly free damage on them that way. Well, I guess if we walk up there and attack. Overkill, alright.
Ready for battle. Your command. Understood.
You could probably survive this kind of hit, so let's just go for it. Oh, nice. Got a critical there. That's nice. There's still this guy who's got the armor. And is that it? Just like... No, those 2 guys, rather, still have the armor. Okay. I wanted to have the Harpers contribute nothing, but I had so many critical misses that I might have one of them do a hit or something. We'll see.
Heating up. Gods, it's hot in here. Lord.
Your attack should probably do pretty solid damage. Let's shoot that one. Sure, we'll do that. Okay. You can probably take down 2 of them. Who else is left? A bird could possibly beat down 1 of them. And a skeleton could possibly shoot down 1 of them, if it hits. You 2 are about equal that way. Not great odds of hitting, actually. I mean, decent. But... Well, we do have shovel here, so maybe we have just enough firepower to do the job. Yeah, alright. Birds, go for it. No glory for these Harpers. Alright, well, good chunk of XP there, and a fun little battle. I guess we're about to get de-hasted momentarily. I think we probably have time to loot them of the generic Mercolite Scourges. can go back and chat with these people here. I don't think they do anything ever again. Maybe I'm missing something. Just this one fight, basically.
Catheric's on the back foot.
Watching gods. These poor bastards actually die believing.
Isn't that like normal in this setting where you're worshipping, real gods? Like the Absolute is a rare exception where it's not like a real god. Okay, well, let's get our equipment changed up to be what we actually want for normal fights here. Don't need to worry as much about winning initiative in the upcoming battles as we did in the previous ones. So you can put back on your armor of resisting damage. You can put back on your mace, but which actually mean the defender flail. And we could switch the Blood of Lathander back to Karlach, or we could actually give Karlach, instead of Melf's first staff, the Staff of Divine Blessing to power up her Bless. We'll probably want to cast one of those in the fight against Ketheric, because he does have very high AC. That's like the one real asset he's got. And Mithara can keep the Blood of Lathander, which is great, but it's kind of become less useful as enemy saving throws have increased over the course of this act. Alright, well, we'll head up and recruit Jaheira, and the next time I think we'll be battling against Ketheric. Thank you for watching, everyone. And a special thank you to my Patreon supporters, Master Knight DH, Jackie, and Lino, Travis, Andrew Curzon, Troobsy, Oliver, Shrev OG, BD, Gregory, William Wakefield, Broken Box, Jeffrey Morse, Jack, Marcus the Carcass, Nubiana, Till Fisher, Discord Colossus, Nicholas Schmuck, Kosia Nesterovich, Frederick Brune, Techno Waffle, Nebular, I Loop, Emperor Kong 420, Robin, Micken Balls, Micah Marie, Stefan Van Zyl, Eddie, Kaimu, Mina, Ali Kasamoglu, Skylar Sauce, Nick Myers, Emp Ninjas, Chupaton, Diabetic Cat, Marvin Fang, Max, Sosa 972, Afro Samurai, and Cacper M. Have a great day, everyone.